Hello everybody, this is Stacey. Welcome back to our channel and Happy New Year. I'm so glad you all are here and I'm very excited for today's video because I am doing my New Year reset with you all for 2025. Keep watching and I hope you enjoy. New Year reset videos are one of my all-time favorite videos to film. I absolutely love filming these. I film them every year. I have for the past couple of years. If you're interested in seeing the other ones I've done, I will link the playlist up here in a card. You can go check out the past year resets I have done. But I really like doing them every year because I'm such a goal-oriented person. I love a new year, a fresh start, and I always love an opportunity to set new goals to achieve for a new year and see kind of how I did in the previous year. So I love these videos and I love watching them from other content creators. I've been watching a ton this month in January and there have been so many amazing resets that everyone has done and I'm finally getting around to filming mine in this video. So I'm very excited and I love filming these because first of all, I love to share these with all of you to give you some inspiration for your New Year planning. But I also like to film these for my own personal self to actually look back on each year. It's really fun for me to look back on these at the end of the year and see like how my year went and how I thought it was gonna go in the video for that year and to do a reflection. So yeah, I like filming these for me and for you. So I'm very excited to be filming this today and I'm gonna make this a little series here on our channel. So the next couple videos from here are gonna be most likely all about getting set up for the new year. Even though the new year's already started, I'm filming this on January 11th, so we're already into the year. But for me, I like to use the whole months of like January and February for refreshing and resetting. So I thought it'd be fun to film a series for you guys, kind of like setting up for the new year. So this will be the first video. And then I have a few others in mind as well, so make sure you're subscribed to this channel below so you don't miss any of the next videos. But this is part one of the series, and I'm very, very excited about it. So I'm going to walk you through quickly how this video is going to work, and then we are just going to jump right into it. So there's a lot of parts in these kind of videos that I like to share, so I'm going to break these up into segments, and I will put chapters so you can click on the sections that you're interested in if you don't want to watch the whole video. I'm going to try not to make this video too long. So what we're going to go over today is I'm going to do a quick 2024 reflection. I am going to do my goal setting for 2025. I'm going to share some of that with you. I'm going to do an overview and also my reading goals for the year and our goals for this YouTube channel this year. I'm going to share my planning routine, my vision board, some decluttering, and then I'm going to do a little bit of my favorite books that I read in 2024 and also share a little bit of my 2025 TBR since I didn't do separate videos for those like I did last year with my book favorites. So that is a quick rundown of how this video is going to go, and I will put the chapters below so you could skip around to what interests you. But very excited. Hope you enjoy the video. Without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing we are going to do is my 2024 reflection. I'm not going to go into all of my 2024 goals or anything like that with you because that would just take too long. If you want to see a more in-depth video about like how I do my goals and everything like that, I'll link last year's video up here. I did a really in-depth video if you want to check that out. But I'm just going to do a quick run through of like how my 2024 year was in this reflection. So 2024 was a really good year for me. Overall, I did struggle a little bit like everyone does, more like so earlier in the year. But I feel like overall it was a great year. Our younger sister got married, and we did vlog that. I'll leave that up here if you want to watch it. Our sister got married in the summer, so we had her bachelorette. We were just spending a lot of the first half of the year kind of preparing for her wedding, and just kind of, I was working in my business, with my clients and everything like that. It wasn't like a crazy busy year or anything. Nothing crazy or really bad happened or anything like that. Overall, I think it was a good year. However, What I really thought of that I wanted to share from the year was that I feel like in 2024, I really kept to myself. Meaning that I was just in my shell a lot and in my comfort zone, and I was home for most of the year. Steph did work at the bookstore up until the end of June in 2024, so I was busy taking her to work. So I did go out a couple times a week like that, but in a sense of like my like personal work life, I feel like I didn't really do anything. Like I feel like I stayed home most of the time when I was working, and just like on the weekends after work, I really didn't have like a social life outside of the house or anything like that. I feel like I was stuck in my bubble, in my comfort zone a little too much in 2024. And you guys know Steph and I are introverts and homebodies, so that's just who we are. We are not huge socializers. We're not people that go out to parties a lot or like to bars or anything. We don't drink alcohol. Like, it's just not our scene, never was. And, you know, as Christians, we try to be good examples. So we just love being home. Our hobbies are at home. We work from home. So sometimes I struggle to kind of get out of that shell and out into the real world, if that makes sense. So I feel like that is something I struggled with a lot in 2024, is I was just home a lot. And there's nothing wrong with it, but personally, like, I'm still young, I'm healthy. I feel like I should be kind of getting out there more, if you know what I mean, and experiencing life outside of my house. So that's kind of how I felt as a whole for 2024. And that is a little reflection. So overall, I thought it was a good year, but I definitely feel like I stayed in my comfort zone a little too much in 2024. Now I'm going to move into my 2025 goals and intentions. So I do like to set a word for the year. So for 2025, my words are go and do, which tie into my 2024 reflection. Because like I was just saying, I didn't really do anything new or, you know, interesting or crazy last year to get out of my comfort zone. So I feel like for this year in 2025, I just really want to get out of my comfort zone, try new things, travel new places, just get out of the house more. Maybe meet some in-person friends, because there are a lot of like old like friends that I've lost touch with throughout the years. So I don't know. I would love to just have like some more friends like in person, even though I love you all in our online community. And like I said, I just want to get out more. I really want to travel. There's so many places I want to go. Steph and I really want to do like a Nashville trip and a Florida trip this year, because I feel like I haven't really traveled much, and I'm 30 years old. And I'm single, I'm, you know, young, I'm not tied down to anything at all. I'm not married, I don't have kids, nothing. So I feel like now is the time to really be selfish and do what I want to do. And that includes travel. I just have the desire to travel to so many places that I've never been. So I really want to travel this year. And like I said, just get out more, work more out of the house, because I can, because I work remotely, go to different places, just try new things, and just like really get out of my comfort zone this year. So that's why my words of the year are go and do. So that's kind of the general intention I have for 2025, and that's kind of what all of my goals are aligned with. So I'm not going to go into all of my 2025 goals. I will insert a little video showing a quick look at my Notion, so you guys can see that, kind of like how I've set it up. But I'm actually going to do a full Notion tour in a separate video, so that's why I'm not going to show it in detail in this video. So stay tuned, that video will be coming soon, but here's like a quick glance at my Notion, and this is where I do all of my goal setting. I have all my goals here, and I use it for both my personal life, work life, everything. But I'm going to do a full Notion tour in another video, so that'll be coming soon. So yeah, that is my overall like intention for 2025. And then in terms of reading goals for the year, so I kind of mentioned this in our last sprints, but this kind of goes along with what I was saying about my reflection, with like not having like been out of the house much. I feel like for my reading goals this year, I really want to scale back on the reading a little bit, that might come as a surprise to you since this is partially a book channel in addition to business and lifestyle. But I do want to scale back on my reading this year because I feel like in 2024, it was a great reading year for me. I hit my reading goals. My goal was to read 100 books and I read 129. So I surpassed that goal, and the year before, I read 152. So the last 2 years, I have read over 100 books. So I've already kind of proved to myself that I can read a lot of books if I want to. And I tend to rush through books because I'm a speed reader. So I just want to scale back this year because last year I feel like reading is the only hobby I really had outside of YouTube and work. I would literally just read, and I have so many hobbies. I'm very multi-passionate. So I feel like this year I want to spend more time on pursuing other hobbies and, like I said, doing different activities and things out of the house instead of just staying home reading after work every day. You know what I mean? I just want to do different things instead of just read in my spare time. I've already proved to myself that I can read a lot of books if I want to. So this year for my Goodreads goal, I just put 50 books. If I read 50 books this year, I'll be happy with that. If I don't, I will still be fine with that. I'm not being strict with my reading this year because, like I said, I want to make time for other things in my life, for relationships and other hobbies and interests instead of just reading, because I feel like that's all I did last year. So yeah, I'm just going to set my goal at 50 books for the year. We'll see what happens, and I'm just going to read when I want to read. I feel like when you have a booktube channel, there is some pressure to read a lot for filming and different things like that. So this year, I really just want to read when I want to read and read what books I want to read. I feel like I have had pressure just from myself, not from you guys, to read hyped up books and things like that. And doing that, I'm not prioritizing books that I've had longer that I really want to read, if that makes sense. Steph and I do have a big TBR, and I really just want to focus on that and focus on reading what we have and what we're interested in instead of just always worrying about the next new book and then the newest hyped up book. And you know what I mean? We really just want to focus on reading the TBR we have and that we're actually excited about. And like I said, just reading when I want to read, not forcing myself if I'm not in the mood or anything like that. So I just want to be really casual with my reading this year. We're still going to do reading content on this channel, of course, in our weekly vlogs and things like that. I still want to do book content, but like I said, I do want to scale back a little bit. So yeah, that is my kind of my reading goal and my intention for this year. And then in terms of our channel goals, and again, this isn't strict because I want this channel to stay as fun for us as possible because that's why we enjoy it. We love doing YouTube because it's so much fun for us. Even though our channel is monetized, we do make a little bit of money from it. It's not a lot. So, and I just want to keep it fun and, as a passion project. But of course, we do want this channel to grow. So I set a subscriber goal for the year. We would love to hit between 2,000 and 5,000 subscribers. Like I said, anywhere in there, we're happy with. We're not going to set crazy specific subscriber goals or anything like that because we're not doing this for the numbers. We're doing YouTube because, like I said, we love connecting with all of you. We absolutely love making content. We would do this for free for forever. It's a nice bonus that we are making a little bit of money now since our channel got monetized last year, thanks to all of you. But we would do this for free forever. I just love YouTube so much, and I don't consider it a job. So we're not so focused on the numbers and the subscriber growth, but it's just nice to have a goal so you can, work towards something. And numbers are just the easiest way to, track your growth. So if we hit anywhere between 2,000 and 5,000 subscribers this year, we'll be happy with that. And for our channel this year, I do want to keep doing what we're doing in terms of our niche, which is books, lifestyle, and business. But I think I do want to do more business and work vlogs and lifestyle vlogs, which is why we're starting to do weekly vlogs like we told you, where we're kind of combining life, business, and work content all in one video. So I do want to do more weekly vlogs. We did one and I really had fun with that. So I'd love to do more of those if you're interested in seeing them. So we want to do more kind of like lifestyle business vlogs with books added in. And then I also want to do more educational videos for you. So like any tutorials you want to see, for any tech tools. We do have some requests that you guys have shared with us. And I want to do just more educational content and more about our business and like, I don't know, I just want to make more educational content, more sit-down videos to help you all. In addition to doing like our vlogs and our entertaining like book content, I want this to also be an educational channel where we can share, you know, not only just our lives and our reading, but also like our business and our expertise with all of you. And I do want to launch my coaching program this year, so I feel like that will also kind of tie into that educational content. So if you guys have any video requests for us this year that you would like to see, please leave them in a comment below. I would love to hear. We do have a couple requests that you have shared already with us that we're going to film soon, but if you have any other requests, please let us know. We also do have a form in the description box you could fill out anytime if you have a video request, and we'll take a look at that, or you could just leave it in a comment. But we would love for you to share your video requests if you have any, because this channel is for you guys, really. We want to make videos that you want to see, so let us know what you want to see from us this year. But that is just an overview of where we see our channel growing this year. And like I said, we want to do traveling, so we want to take you traveling with us and like working remotely, like digital nomad style videos, like all different things. And just taking you along with our lives. That's why I love YouTube. I just love how everyone shares their lives and their journey, and it's so nice to look back on as a video diary. So yeah, it's going to be a great year for our channel. I have very high hopes, and thank you all so much for being here and supporting us. We cannot thank you enough. We had such a fun year last year with you all, and we're so excited for the channel this year. And we're still going to be doing reading sprints and productivity sprints. We're getting back into our weekly schedule, so those should still be Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. We're going to stick with that time frame for now every week. If you want to come sprint with us every Wednesday 10 a.m., unless we tell you otherwise, there might be some weeks we can't. We need to move it around. But we're going to stick with Wednesdays at 10 a.m. for sprints. We know you all love the sprints. We love them too. So much fun. And multitasking, because we get to hang out together, and we get to get our work done. So it's a win-win. So we are still going to do sprints as well, in addition to 1 video a week. We might jump up to 2 videos a week, but right now we're just going to stick with 1 video a week on Fridays like we've been doing. So new video every Friday, reading sprints on Wednesdays, and then we're just going to upload shorts here and there. So that is how our channel is going to go this year, and kind of like a sense of our channel goals. But yeah, let us know if you want to see anything in particular, and we would be happy to share it. But hope you all will stick around this year. Thank you so much for your support. Alright, so now we're going to move on to how I'm going to be planning in this new year. So I actually did a whole planning routine video last year on our channel. I will link that if you want to go check it out. Because the process is pretty similar to that, but I have changed a few things. So for this year, this is surprising for me to say, but as far as the beginning of the year goes, I am going to be digital planning only. So normally I'm a huge paper planner person. I still love paper planners. That has not changed. But for my needs right now with my business and work life, a lot of my tasks are the same every day. So I find the digital planner is just easier because I don't have to rewrite the same tasks every day. If that makes sense, I could just keep them written and then like check them off and uncheck them. So I don't have to like rewrite the same things, so it's not repetitive. So I'm still using Google Calendar for my overall planning, like I did last year, but now instead of using a physical planner with Google Calendar, I am using Notion. And you guys know I love Notion. Like I said, I'm going to do a full Notion tour video soon, but I've been using Notion for years for, like I said, both business and like my personal life, everything. I put everything in there. So I started planning in Notion like on a daily basis late 2024, and I just loved it. It's working really well for me. So I'm using Google Calendar to track all of my events, and then I go into Notion and actually like plan my week and my day and make a to-do list there. That has been working wonders for me. It's just so easy because everything is in one place. And I have my iPad here. This is a super old iPad. This is not new, but it still works really, really well. So I'll actually show you guys really quick. I'll show you my Google Calendar on here. Like I said, I do have a video from last year where I go into detail, but this is what this week looks like in my Google Calendar. So if you guys, I know there's a glare, I'm sorry, but you guys could kind of see that. So I have it, I like to use, this is the weekly view, where you could see like every day of the week. So I have everything time blocked, all of my calendars, for the different things that are going on for business or personal life, everything, client work. So I have different calendars and everything's color coordinated for every part of my life. So I use this to, like I said, plan out my life and my business every single day, week, and month. And then from here, from my Google Calendar, which I also pull up on my phone, which I love, then I go into Notion, and I have the Notion app on my iPad as well. And this is where I do my planning. So I'll just show you my weekly dashboard, just so you can get an idea. This is my weekly dashboard, which is like one of my sections. I'll pull up the sidebar so you could see, like, hopefully you guys could see this. I know there's a glare, I'm sorry about that, but on the side, you could see all the categories, and these are all the sections I have in my Notion. And then this is my weekly dashboard. So just a quick, like I said, just a quick way to show you to get an idea. But I'm going to do a full Notion video soon. So, yeah, I use Notion. Like I said, I use Google Calendar to put all my events in there. And then I use Notion to do all of my planning. So I have sections. So the weekly dashboard, this is where I have all my client work, everything that's going on for the week. I write in here kind of like a brain dump, my personal life, anything I'm waiting on, any orders, all of my client work, potential clients, leads, everything is here. And I have different pages, like subpages within the dashboard. So then this is my weekly planner. So this is what I use. And you could change the cover on top, so I have a winter theme. So this is where I plan. All I have is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday as I go down. So hopefully you could see this a little bit. So I just have each day of the week, and you could see I just have like a to-do list. So like that's like one of the days. So I just have a running to-do list for the day. And then I have like any events that day. So it's literally just a running to-do list. So I take everything from Google Calendar, and then I just throw it in here, make my to-do list. And it just works so well for me right now because, like I said, I have a lot of repetitive tasks. And so I don't have to like rewrite them physically in a physical planner every day. I already have them here. So this has been a game changer. Everything's in Notion, so I only have to go to one place all day long while working to access everything. So I've been loving this iPad. I've had it for a long time. I just got this new case for Christmas from Amazon in my favorite color, which is mint green. And yeah, I've been loving this. So this is my digital planner right now, just using Notion and Google Calendar. And I never thought I'd be a digital planner, honestly, because I love paper planners so much. But this has just been working wonders, so I'm just going to stick with this for a while. Maybe later in the year I'll switch it up because I do like to switch things up and go back to physical planning. But right now I'm just really, really happy with this setup. So I'm going to stick with it. Let me know, are you a digital planner or a paper planner? Let me know in a comment below. But yes, I'm digital planning for 2025 right now, and I'm really enjoying it so far, and it's working for me with Google Calendar and Notion. So that is my planning routine. Next is my vision board for the year. So I filmed a big walkthrough of this last year for you guys in the last video. So go check it out. I'm just going to show you my vision board really quickly on my iPad here. I make one in Canva every single year, like a lot of people do. I love making a vision board because I'm such a visual person, so I like to visually see my goals after I set them in Notion. So I'm going to quickly show you this year's vision board, and I like to do it digitally because I always set it as my phone background, my iPad background, my laptop, and my computer background. So every day when I'm logging into those things, I see my vision board, and it's kind of like a reminder of my goals, if you will. Here's my 2025 vision board, and I'm not going to go through it in detail because honestly, you guys, this vision board is very similar to the one I made last year in last year's video, because a lot of my goals from last year have not changed. Like a lot of the goals I wanted to accomplish last year didn't happen, like in terms of travel and things like that. So honestly, a lot of my goals are the same. So I kind of just used the same vision board, and then I changed like a few things. So it's pretty much the same. So if you want to see a detailed walkthrough, check out last year's video, but I'll show you really quickly what it looks like. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see this. So this is my 2025 vision board. So it's just basically just a picture collage is what it is with all of my goals. So I'll walk you through it very, very quickly, but a lot of the goals are the same from last year. So I have a girl with a phone and a laptop just to remind me of my content creation goals. I have some clothes because I do want to make more fashion content and work with some fashion brands since fashion is one of my passions. I have a couple because I would love to try dating this year, get out of my comfort zone, try dating. It's hard for me, but I'm still single and I would like to meet someone, so I do want to try dating. I have money because, of course, I have financial goals for my business. I have the guitar because I really want to go to Nashville, and I have a Florida hotel because I really want to take a trip to Florida. I have books for my reading goals. I have a bunch of fitness pictures because I really want to get in shape and be my healthiest, fittest self, and really focus on clean eating. I have 5,000 subscribers on YouTube because, like I said, I'm not expecting us to hit 5,000, but I'm happy with 2,000, but it's just nice to dream big. So that would be great if we hit that. And then I have my Bible, just a reminder to keep up with my Bible reading and my devotionals. And then I have a bunch of quotes that say, make today great, worry less, live more, never give up, and good things are coming, just keep believing. I also have some moving boxes because Steph and I would really like to move, get our own place this year because we still live at home. So yeah, that's just an overview of my goals. There's my vision board. I do have a template that you can buy in my store. If any of you are interested in making your own vision board, I will link that below in my shop. As a digital project, you can go grab it and then make your own vision board. But that is what mine looks like. Let me know if you make a vision board as well. I would love to know. The next thing I always like to do for the new year is some decluttering. I like to go through everything I own just to have a fresh start, purge things that I don't need. So I didn't do this on camera. I filmed like one B-roll clip that I will insert, but I went through like my wardrobe, my clothes. I'm actually still doing this. I haven't finished because I have a lot of clothes. It takes me a while to go through them. So yeah, I have a quick clip I filmed of a pile I started to donate to Goodwill, but I'm still going through everything. I love fashion. I love clothes. So I have a lot of them. So I always like to go through them, see what I'm wearing, what I'm not wearing, things like that. So I like to do a big purge, and then Steph and I also just did another book unhaul where we are getting rid of a bunch of books that we're no longer interested in reading and books we read that we don't want to keep. So we actually filmed an unhaul video that'll be up soon, so stay tuned. But we just like to go through everything we own. A lot of people do. Just do a big purge, start the new year fresh, get everything organized, clean and tidy. Because I'm a very neat person, organized. I cannot focus or work in a messy environment. So always like to do a huge declutter just of everything I own before the new year. So I did that as well, and I highly recommend doing a big purge if you haven't done one already. It's a life changer. And then next I'm going to share a few of my favorite books that I read in 2024. I didn't film a best books video because I figured I would just share my favorite books in this video with all of you. So I read a lot of good books in 2024. Like I said, I read 129 books. So I had a lot of good ones that I read from all different genres. So I'm just going to walk through my favorite books of last year really, really quickly with you guys. So the first one that I absolutely loved was Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I love this so much. This was one of my first books of the year. It's a young adult romance. I was blown away. I wasn't expecting to love it this much. This was my first Lynn Painter book, but I loved it so much. It was so adorable. It was a 5-star read. It was just the cutest, like, frenemies to lovers book. Highly recommend. It was so well done. One of my favorite young adult romances, and I definitely want to read more of Lynn Painter's books. So Better Than the Movies is the first one. Then I read It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover before the movie came out. And Steph and I saw the movie in our birthday vlog, if you want to check it out. Loved It Ends With Us. I was blown away by it. So good. I know it's not everyone's thing. Not everyone's a Colleen Hoover fan. But Steph and I really like her books. So I absolutely loved It Ends With Us and the movie. And I also loved It Starts With Us as well. I thought they were both amazing. I love Atlas so much. Then I read Meet Your Baker by Ellie Alexander. This is the first book in the Bake Shop Mystery series. And Steph and I love this series. It's one of our favorite cozy mystery series. So I read the books out of order. So I went back and read book 1. Absolutely loved it. Then an adult romance that was clean that Steph and I loved was Lucky Leap Day by Anne-Marie Walker. This was a really good romance that took place like half in Ireland, half in America. Was so well done. It's so underrated. I've never heard anyone talk about this book. And it was one of mine and Steph's favorite books of the year. We read it together. Loved it. I actually bought her a physical copy of it for Christmas because she wanted it for our shelf. She loved it that much and she wants to read it again. And we had the Kindle version before, so I bought her the physical copy, but such a good book. If you like Irish romance, highly recommend that one. The next one was Blood of the Lily by S.D. Houston, who is our author friend Shannon here on YouTube. This is the first book in her series, and I read it. It's an Irish mythology series. I absolutely loved it. Really good fantasy book, and I need to continue the series, so I highly recommend that one. The next one I love, though, is an adult romance. Very clean, was Well Met by Jen DeLuca. This is one of Steph's all-time favorite romance books, and she'd been wanting me to read it, and I read it, and I loved it. There's 3 other books in the series that I want to read, but it takes place at a Renaissance fair. It was so much fun. Definitely one of my favorite adult romances now. So well done. Highly recommend it. Another favorite was the Housemaid series by Frida McFadden. You all know what the series is. I read all 3 of them this last year, and it was so good. Frida McFadden is one of my favorite thriller authors. Highly recommend checking it out, and I think it's going to be either a movie or a TV show, so I'm very excited about that. I got my younger sister into reading, and she pretty much only reads thrillers, and she loved the series, and she loves all of Frida's books. Highly recommend the series. I also finally finished the Caraval series by Stephanie Garber last year. Absolutely loved it. One of my favorite young adult fantasy series. Was so good. Highly recommend. I listened to the audiobooks for the second and third, and they were so good. I definitely recommend them, and I can't wait to start the Once Upon a Broken Heart series soon. Another favorite was Romancing Mr. Bridgerton. I'm reading the Bridgerton books as the show comes out each year, so I love all of them. They're all 5 stars for me. So Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, Colin and Penelope's story was the one I read last year to go with the show. Loved it. Highly recommend. And I thought this season was done well too. And then one of my favorites was The Summer of Yes by Courtney Walsh. I read this in the summer. Our lovely supporter, Susan, gifted this to us for our birthday. Thank you again, Susan. And I loved it so much. I love Courtney Walsh. She's a clean adult romance author. I want to read all of her books. And this one was so good. I highly recommend it. Perfect summer book. Then I loved When in Rome by Sarah Adams. I knew I was going to love this one. Again, so adorable. Just a small town, adult romance, pretty clean. Definitely recommend it. And I definitely want to read more of her books. The next one I loved was The Fury by Alex Michaelides. This is a thriller. Oh my goodness. This was one of my favorite books of the year. It was so good. Blew me away. I loved The Silent Patient from this author. This one was just as good. Highly recommend it. It's like a murder mystery with people stranded on an island. It's so good. Definitely recommend. Then the next one I loved was My Vampire Plus One by Jenna Levine. This is the companion book to My Roommate is a Vampire. I love that one. This one was so much fun. It's an adult romance with vampires, fake dating. It was so much fun. I read this in the fall, loved it, highly recommend. Then the next one I loved was The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. You all know this book, super hyped up. Steph and I read this in the fall, absolutely loved it. Had all the Gilmore Girls, small town, fall vibes. We both really enjoyed it. A little spicy, not too bad, but definitely recommend. And then the last one I read around Christmas time was In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. I absolutely love this one. This was a 5-star read. We love Christina Lauren's books. They're so well done. The romance is always very well developed, and we always love the men that they write. So I loved the man in this book. It was so good. This one had the Groundhog Day trope where she's reliving her family Christmas vacation over and over, and she's trying to figure out why. There's a romance. So good. One of my favorite Christmas books now. Highly recommend. I tried to fly through those so this video wasn't too long, so those were my favorite books that I read in 2024. Let me know in a comment below what were your favorite books that you read last year. I would love to know. And now, lastly, really quickly, I'm going to fly through some of my 2025 TBR. These are some books and authors that I would love to read this year. So first we have the Dream Harbor series, of course. I do want to continue the series after the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Because there's already a few more out, and then there's a new one releasing this year, so I would love to continue this series. Of course, I really want to start the Chestnut Springs series by Elsie Silver. I love cowboy romance, and I've heard really good things about it, and I haven't read it yet. I really want to get to it this year. Same thing with Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. Really want to get to this one this year. I'm in my Western cowboy vibe right now, so I really want to get to this one as well. Heard good things. I also want to continue the Sweater Weather series, but it's a bunch of authors. I just read the first one called Just Don't Fall by Emma St. Clair this month. It's my first book of the year, and I loved it so much. Gave it 5 stars, so I really want to continue the series. They're all like sports romances, and they're all written by different authors. And Courtney Walsh has written one of them, so I really want to continue this series as well this year. And of course, I want to continue the Bridgerton series. Because I love the series and the show, and I want to keep reading the books. I need to read Benedict's book next, and I know his season's coming out soon. I want to continue and finish the Harry Potter series. I read up to Goblet of Fire, and I'm reading it for the first time as an adult, so I really want to finish that series this year as well. I would love to also start the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. I've been wanting to read this series for a while. I read the first book like 10 years ago. Never completed the series, so I really want to restart that series as well this year. And I just want to read more books by like Sarah Adams, Abby Jimenez, all of my like favorite authors. I just want to read more of their backlist, honestly, and focus on authors that I really, really love while still finding new authors that I like. And I also want to read books by more like indie authors as well, not as hyped up authors. And of course, I do want to read more cozy mysteries. I would love to continue the Bake Shop mysteries and all these series that have like a ton of books. I really want to continue cozy mystery series that I've started before I like start anything else. So that is it. We made it through this entire video. This is my New Year reset for 2025. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment below, sharing whatever you want to with me, your goals, intentions for the new year, what books you want to read, anything like that, any video requests. I would love to know. Please give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you're subscribed because we have lots more amazing fun videos coming. We don't want you to miss them. So please like and subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you so much for your support. We can't wait to spend another year with you. We hope you have an amazing 2025, and we'll see you soon in our next video.